In this video, I'm going to tell you 4 reasons why I will not be buying the Sony A6600, but it might still be the right camera for you. Let's find out, yeah! Greetings, fellow humans. I hope you're having a spiffy-rific day. My name is Barron. Let's talk about the Sony A6600. Just a short while ago, Sony announced 2 brand spanking new APS-C cameras. Their entry-level A6100 and their flagship, the A6600. This comes shortly after, I think it was about maybe 4 or 5 months ago, that the Sony A6400, which falls in between the 2 recently announced ones, that one was announced first because they like to do things in order. So there are a ton of videos that go over all of the specifications in great detail of both of these 2 new cameras, as well as the previously released A6400. So I'm not going to go in super detail here, but we are going to talk about some of the specs because, those are some of the reasons why I did not buy one. See how this is going to work? You with me? We're on the same page. We're on a page. We're like book buddies. On a page. Now, when I say that I am not going to be buying the A6600, that doesn't mean that, I screw Sony and all of their stupid cameras. I'm actually buying the A6400. I just sold my old trusty A6000, which I have had for years, and it has been my backup camera for a very long time. But it was time to upgrade that. I needed a camera as a backup that was going to do a really good job with stills, as well as have 4K to back up some videos. I already have all the lenses and all of that stuff, and even though I would really like to buy the Fuji, I just don't have the funds right now to just, sell off all of my Sony stuff and then buy all brand new Fuji stuff, because I would have some gaps in the lens lineup if I did that, unless I just threw in a couple extra $1,000 to get the lenses set up, whereas I already have all the lenses for the Sony. So yeah, there you go. I am still buying the Sony, although I would like the Fuji. I did a review of the X-T3. It's got a little thing up there. It's up there. If you want to check out that review, it is a fantastic camera. I will still use Fuji when I can, do the rental things because it's fun, but I'm totally okay with keeping with the Sony. All right? So all you hate, don't be hating, you haters. Don't be hating. You calm down. I love the Fuji too. I love the Sony. I love the Panasonic. I love the wait, I don't love the Canon. They don't do 24 frames per second because, other than that, they're fine. Whatever. So as I mentioned before, there are 4 reasons why I'm not buying the A6600. Instead, I'm getting the A6400. And the first reason of which, in no particular order of importance, but the first one that I'm going to talk to you about right now, is the fact that the IBIS actually Sony's IBIS is just not that impressive. It does things, and it helps. It's better than not having IBIS. However, it's not worth that extra money. There's like a $500, price difference between the A6400 and the A6600. I think it's 500. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, it's not worth it. I could buy a gimbal cheaper. So if I'm really need it for video, I'll just buy a gimbal for the A6400 and save a couple $100 at that point. Yeah. The second reason is the fact that there are no additional bitrate options over the A6400. As far as video stuff goes, there's no 10-bit, it's exactly the same on the A6400 as the A6600. There is no additional coolness. I wish I could get 10-bit because when I do have to use a camera that doesn't do 10-bit like a Sony, it does cause problems in my post-production workflow. Mainly I get annoyed. Don't get me wrong, 8-bit is totally fine, and no one will ever really notice except for me, but I do notice, and it bugs the crap out of me. I want 10-bit, man. And the third reason is the fact that, I don't know, that was weird, wasn't it? That was, yeah, okay. Anyway, the third reason that I'm not going to do it is the battery thing. The A6600 has the new Z battery, and that is awesome. That is a fantastic battery. The Alpha big full frame cameras, they all use these giant Z batteries, and they last forever, and that is great. Not that big a deal to me. This is not my primary camera, so I can deal with switching these batteries out. I already have a ton of batteries. It's the same battery that my old, 5-year-old A6000 uses, or used, because I already sold it. But anyway, it's the same battery, so I don't have to buy new batteries. I already have the thing. I mean, like I said, this is my backup camera. Now, you might think differently about it if it's your primary camera, and I totally get it. If this is going to be your main shooter for photos or video, then that big giant battery can make your life so much easier. But in the A6400's defense, you can actually power it and charge the battery with a USB power pack thing and just plug it in, which might be a little bit awkward, but you know what? If it keeps the shoot going, then, by all means, just have a long USB cord plugged into the thing, have the thing in your pocket, and you can be all like, what? I'm doing the clicky click. It would work. And reason number 4 that I'm not going to buy the A6600 is, yes, they added this really seemingly amazing feature where you can use the eye autofocus in video mode. What? Eye autofocus in video? That's so amazing. And actually, that's really cool. But I don't see how that's any more useful than the basic face tracking or just basic object tracking in the A6400. The specialty shots that you would actually do with the eye, you'd have to be at like 1.4 and get it's a gimmick. It may not actually be a gimmick, but it really does seem like that to me. It's kind of like that spinning mode on a gimbal. Sure, you might have a use for it once every 10 years, but in practical terms, when are you going to need the eye to be in focus in video that closely? I mean, shoot at 2.8. Crazy, right? Yeah, whatever. Okay, so now that I have shared why I am not going to buy the A6600, some of those reasons might be good reasons for you to buy it. Now, like I said, I'm buying the A6400 as a backup camera. It is not going to be my primary camera. And if it was going to be my primary camera, I would probably spend the extra money on the A6600 if I wanted to go the Sony route, because that extra battery would make a difference if it's my primary camera. And also, having IBIS is better than not having IBIS. As crappy as the Sony's IBIS actually is, it can't hurt. And also, if this was going to be my primary camera, having the headphone jack to monitor audio would be a big deal, because, if you're doing a talk to camera like this, you're not going to be monitoring your audio, so the A6400 would be fine. However, if you're going to be using it for professional work where you do need to monitor the audio because it's your primary camera, then by all means, that's worth $500 more than the battery or the IBIS. For sure, is that headphone. That is, audio is critical. Don't get it twisted, yo. Audio is more important than you can be out of focus and have pristine audio and people will like your video. I'm serious. It's happened. Yes, I have been an idiot in the past. So if you are going to go the Sony route, definitely take a close look at the A6600 and don't discount it just because I did. When you're buying a camera of any kind, always make sure that it's the right camera for you, your use case. So make sure that you're buying what you need and not what's just being marketed to you. So if you're interested in the Sony cameras, I do have links for all three of them, the A6100, A64, and the A6600. I have them all in the, video pants of this video. So if that is something that you do want to get one of the Sonys, please use those links. It helps out the channel so I can make more videos for you. Also, I have links down there for third-party batteries for the A6400 because they're way cheaper. And I'll throw in an inexpensive gimbal down there if you too want to avoid, so you can save, you know what I'm talking about, because we already talked about it. So if you liked this video, do the thing where the thumb goes up. If you did not like this video, do the thing where the thumb goes down, and don't let me catch you doing that. I mean, you can do it, just don't let me catch you. And if you want to see more videos like this one, or tutorials, or any other video that I may possibly make in the future, go ahead and hit the subscribe-y thing, and you gotta ring the bell. You gotta go ding, ring it. Ding-a-ding. And that's everything that I got for you today, so go ahead and grab your camera, whatever camera it may be, and run out into the world and make some awesomeness. Yeah!